Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Hi.
How is everybody?
Good. How are you?
I am good. If you guys have a band, we will grab those for today. You won't need any weights unless if you don't have a band, then you can use weights. We've got lots of push-ups, lots of burpees, all crazy things today. Just kidding. It's April Fool's. I was gonna try to pull off.
Yeah, you got that.
Is this okay?
Let me see that. Oh, actually, a loop. Yeah, you can use that for the leg portion. Will be good for that. Do you have one that's not tied?
No.
No, that's okay. You can use Mary. That's perfect. If not, you can use weights for the arm portion. I'll demonstrate with both.
I have one that's tied too.
Perfect. If you have one that's tied to, that's also works. So we'll use the tied or the circle for the legs, and then we'll use the not tied one for the upper body. Again, these are optional. So if you have light weights, I'll also demonstrate the exercises with the weight. So either option here. Still, we're still being, very flexible with our home setups. Yeah, that's perfect. Awesome, Teresa. Yeah. If anybody else have any questions about the bands or Rob and Sandy, you guys are good? Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So we are going to start with a little warm up, but today's class is going to be more exercise. I do boxing every other week. So last week we did boxing. This week will not be boxing. It's going to be a little bit more exercise. We're going to start with some intervals to get our heart rates up. So 3 different exercises. Each round will get a little bit shorter time and a little bit faster. And then we're going to go into our upper body movements with bands. And then we're going to go into our lower body movement with bands. And we're going to alternate between those 2 for 3 rounds. And then we're going to come back and finish out the class with a little bit of intervals as well. As always, if you guys have any questions or need any specific modifications, feel free to send me a chat and I will check that throughout class. I don't have my headphones today, but you guys should be able to hear me. If you have any trouble hearing me at any point, also just hop on the chat and send me a message and let me know, and I will take care of that as well. Otherwise, yeah, bands or weights or both if you have either of those. And then we will we'll use both of those in our strength portion. So let's get started. Everyone should be able to see me here. A little bit different setup in my room. Hold on, let me just turn this so you guys can see a little bit better. And right here. Okay, so let's start with a couple deep breaths. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, let it out. Maybe notice any spots of tension in your body today. Breathe into those. Exhale, let's shake it all out. Good. Take your feet about hip width apart here. Take a nice big shoulder roll up and back. Shoulders come all the way up towards your ears. Roll those shoulder blades down your back, all the way up. I'm very sore from my workout yesterday with my trap, so this feels good. And we're going to alternate directions here. Hope some of you can join Barb's class on Mondays, and maybe you'll have a couple different options in the week to get your strength and conditioning in. Good. We're going to do a little what I call snow angel with the shoulders to warm up. So you're going to reach both arms behind your back. You're going to straighten the elbows, rotate your palms forward, take those hands all the way up, and then reach those hands behind your back. And then you're going to take those up, around, and back. So bring those arms out to the side, reach all the way up and over, and hands behind the head. And then reverse that and come all the way back. Good. Up and out, all the way back, and up and around, and back through. 2 more there. Up and back, up and through. Good. 1 more. Out, up, and back, and then up, rotate, and through. Good. Hopefully those shoulders are a little bit more warmed up. Let's get into the legs here. Start with some butt kicks. You want a little bit more quad stretch there. You're gonna pull that heel back towards you, alternating sides, grab that foot. Feel free to hold on to something here. Grab through. Good, one more on each side. And then we're gonna take it into some high knees. So then you'll start to bring those knees up. Little focus on today's class is gonna be lateral movement, side to side, and same thing with the arms. So working into different planes of motion than we typically move into in our day-to-day. A lot of times it's forward and backward, but we don't always move side to side. Pull that knee in towards your chest, give it a hug, and pull it in if you can. Should feel a good stretch in the back side of that glute and hamstring. So we will be doing some side to side stuff. Up, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good, so just to warm up the legs for the side to side movements. You're gonna step out to the side, bend the leg that you're stepping onto, and then step together, step out to the side, and step together. This is gonna be your lateral lunge today. Now, you don't have to go super low if you don't feel comfortable. If you do, you can sit a little bit deeper into it. Think about sitting back into a chair as you control out onto those side to side movements. So the knee that you step onto is gonna bend. Go ahead and step together. Let's take those feet shoulder width apart again. Just give me 10 body weight squats just to warm up here. So weight is even between your big toes, your heels, and your little toe. Kind of screw those feet into the ground. Drive those knees out towards your second and third toe. Try to keep your chest up. Again, you're going as low as you feel comfortable, or you're doing this to a chair. Always a good modification here. You've got 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Good. Just a minute here. If there's anything else that you need to warm up, I'm going to take you guys through the 3 exercises that we're going to start with. So these are going to be exercises to get your heart rate up a little bit. The first time through is going to be 1 minute on each exercise so you can get comfortable with the movements. And then we're going to drop down to 45 seconds and then 30 seconds. So each round, I want you to try to get your heart rate up a little bit more, a little bit faster pace with these exercises. Starting with the first one, level 1 is just going to be step touches side to side. Okay, so this is the first part of our movement side to side. If that's easy, you're going to add the arms. The arms are just going to be pull out and then squeeze those shoulder blades in together. So from the side, you can see reach and row. So adding that together, you reach as you step, row, and tap. So step, tap with the feet, reach and row with the arms here, okay? That's your first exercise. Your second exercise, we're gonna work the obliques a little bit. Arms are gonna be kind of out front, and you're gonna rotate knee to elbow, okay? So it's almost like you're doing a bicycle crunch, but you're rotating knee to elbow. Get that knee up nice and tall, and you can pick up the pace there, okay? Level 1, you would just lose the arms and just give me high knees moving there, okay? Then we're gonna go into skaters. So basic movement here is gonna be a step to the side and a tap back on the ankle. So step to the side, tap it back, okay? This is level 1, just side step and then tap behind. Level 2, you're gonna try to reach towards the ground, okay? So it would turn into a little skater hop here. You don't have to do the hop, but just step and reach down, okay? Again, this is gonna be different than your side step touch because you're reaching back on the diagonal. You're gonna sit into that hip out to the side, okay? So that's your skater, all right? Those 3 movements, again, 1 minute on each of those with 15 seconds to rest in between for the first set. Grab some water if you need, and then we're gonna get started. All right, so Starting with that step, touch, reach, and row on the top. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, and well, let's start with the feet first. Step, touch, step, dig. Just move inside to side here. Once that feels good, you're gonna add the arms, reach and pull. So squeezing those shoulder blades together. Pretend you're actually pulling a rope back and in, or a cable machine, so you get that squeeze between the shoulder blades. Good, now you can start to pick up the pace a little bit. Step, pull, and pull. Nice, keep the core engaged so we're not wobbling side to side. Step, touch, step, touch. 15 more seconds here. Last 10. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds to rest. Coming up next, we've got high knees with an oblique rotation, just like that, okay? Basic level, you're just gonna go high knees in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So if you're adding that rotation, think about it coming from the core as you rotate down and across. Now my elbows are not really moving, they're staying there, but I'm rotating my torso to get it there. Otherwise, you're just going high knees. Let's try to get that knee up in line with your hip or even a little bit higher. Halfway. I know this first set is a little bit longer. Getting used to the movements. I know it won't be your fastest. Last 15, here we go. Try to push yourself through each of these intervals to try to work the entire working set. Last 5. For 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. Going into the skater, so you step side, step back, okay? It's almost like a curtsy. Step back and across, okay? Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Just the legs, step side and back and back. Adding the arms, you're gonna reach opposite hand to opposite foot towards the ground. You'll feel those outside hips working here. Then you can start to pick up the pace as you feel comfortable with that movement, okay? If that's too much, always feel free to just tap it back. Step side, tap back. 25 seconds left here. Make sure we're breathing through this. Good, last 10. Keep moving for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We rest. Good job. A little bit longer of a recovery here. Grab some water. That's round 1. We see those 2 more times through, but each time is going to get a little bit faster, okay? So find which modification or level feels good for you.
Ê, ấm sợi ơi, ấm sợi.
Okay, sorry. Keep you guys on mute. All right, any other questions, anything? Everyone's good? Give me a thumbs up if you're on the camera. Awesome. Love seeing you guys. All right. We are taking it back to the top, step, tap, and the row. Let me take 15 seconds off. So now 45 seconds of work. I really want you to push yourself to try to stay moving that entire 45 seconds here. All right, get ready to move in 3, 2, and 1. Step, touch with those feet. Then we add those arms. Reach and pull. Make sure those shoulders are down and away from our ears. We're not pulling from our traps, but we're pulling from those muscles right between the shoulder blades. Reach and pull. Can you pick up the pace just a little bit? Guys are looking awesome. Step, touch. Last 10. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. All right, coming up next, we've got high knees with that elbow to knee. Again, it's not my arms that are moving side to side, but my torso as I rotate. And begin, elbows up, rotate, and across. If you aren't into the arms, you're going high knees here, trying to get that knee up to your hip or higher. 30 more seconds. Those look good. Awesome job, Mary. And Teresa, so good. Keep going. 20 seconds left. Breathe through this. Last 10. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Shake it out. We finish with those skaters, step side and across, or curtsies, whatever you like to call those. And in 3, 2, and 1. So step side, step back. Option to reach that hand down towards the ground. So my right hand's going to tap to my left foot, left hand to right foot. Stepping side and back, side and back. Trying to sit back into that hip as you reach down. So it's not coming from your back, but it's coming from that hip. Okay, you might feel those outside of those hips working. I'm really focusing today on moving laterally, side to side. Last 8. For 3, 2, and 1, we rest. Awesome job. Whew, catch your breath. We see those exercises just one more time. This time it's just a quick 30 seconds, okay? So I want you to try to pick up the pace, keep moving that entire 30 seconds, give me your full effort. You'll still have 15 seconds to recover, all right? So work hard enough that you need that 15 seconds to recover. Let's do this, final round. And then we move on to strength. Starting with those reach and pull step touches. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. We reach and pull. Step, touch, step, touch. Catch your breath here. Good, then pick up the pace. It's your last 10 seconds. For 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome job. Okay, coming up next, we've got those high knees, knee to elbow. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Elbows up, knee to elbow. Using that torso to rotate and get that knee up. Working the core, working the legs here, getting your heart rate up. You're halfway through. We will see a variation of these movements later in today's class. In 3, 2, and 1, we rest. Okay, skaters coming up. Last 30 seconds, and we slow it down. We grab our bands and our weights, and we move into strength. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. We step side and back. Again, left hand reaches towards your right foot, right hand towards your left foot. So step side, tap it back, step side, and tap back. If you just want to do the legs, step side, tap back, totally fine. You can take out those arms. Last 10 seconds here. In 3, 2, and 1, we rest. Awesome job. Woo, catch your breath. We slow it down. Okay, we are gonna have 3 shoulder movements followed by 3 leg movements, or 3 upper body movements followed by 3 lower body movements. Again, if you have your bands, grab those, but I'm also gonna demonstrate with weights as well. So either long band for the shoulders or your light weights for the shoulders, okay? Oh, Teresa, did you find one? Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that works. That works. Okay, so your movements. First one, your palms are gonna be up towards the ceiling, shoulders down and back, core stays tight. You're gonna pull that band apart and then come back to center. Now this is happening because my shoulder blades are squeezing together, and then back in and open and back to center, okay? That's your first movement. Your second movement is gonna be diagonals. So left arm is gonna stay the same, right arm is gonna reach up and out to the side, reach up and out. So my palm on the top hand is up, and then we're gonna go into the left side here, okay? And then elbows are gonna be in nice and tight. And we've got what I like to call no monies, or that rotator cuff movement, okay? So really working the back and the shoulders. This is going to burn out, but then we rest the shoulders when we move on to the legs, okay? So those, it's 3 movements, but one's on each side. So we go through those 3 movements for 30 seconds a piece, and then I'm gonna demonstrate the legs. If you don't have bands, you can do all of these with your weights. Palms still stay facing up. You're gonna open those shoulders and come back together. If that's too much, you can lean forward slightly and do the same thing as a reverse. Fly there. Then with the diagonals, you'll hold the weight at your side and reach up and across and then come back down. Same thing on the left here. And then you can keep those weights, shoulders back, palms up, and then rotate out, squeeze those shoulder blades together. So everything can be done with weights or with the band. Pick whatever you have. I recommend doing this with bands if you have it. If not, then feel free to use your weights. Okay. We have 35 seconds of work, little 10-second recovery between to shake out your shoulders. Here we go. Grabbing that band, palms are going to be up towards the ceiling, arms nice and straight. And we're going to pull that band apart and then come back to center. From the side, I want you to see that I'm not leaning back or leaning forward, but keeping my core nice and engaged so we stay nice and stacked. This can all be done seated if that feels best for you. So palms up towards the ceiling, you can squeeze those shoulder blades together and do this seated. 10 more seconds here. And pull. Good. With these strength movements, I want quality reps. And rest. Coming up next, we're going to do the diagonal. So your left palm is going to be facing down. Your right palm is going to be facing up. You're going to pull up and across and begin. So pulling up and across, you can see that diagonal happening on my band. From the back side, I'm pulling that right shoulder blade down and across towards my left hip. We're working our low trap here. Very functional movement pattern. The back side of that shoulder is going to be working. You should not have any pinching in the front. If you do, lock that shoulder blade back and then re-pull. We are going to switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Right palm now is going to be facing down. The left palm is going to flip over, facing up towards the ceiling, reaching that arm up and across, and begin. Here we go. Left arm up and across. So left palm is up, right palm is down. Your right hand is acting more just as a fulcrum, so you're holding that down, and that left arm is moving out and across. Again, focus on the back side of that left shoulder blade, pulling down and across towards your opposite hip. 10 seconds here. We finish out the arms with a little rotator cuff strengthening in 3, 2, and 1. Palms up towards the ceiling, elbows stay glued at your side. We rotate out and then come back into center in 3, 2, and 1. Out and in. So elbows stay glued in. I don't want them pulling out here. You're squeezing those shoulder blades in the back and pulling in. Again, this one will start to burn out pretty quickly, and that's okay. This is where we finish out the arms before we move on to legs. 10 seconds left. Can you give me a few more good reps here? Push yourself for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We rest. Good. Now, for the first part of the legs, if you want to use the band, you can. You don't have to. I'm going to tie mine into a circle here. We've got 2 movements with the band on the legs, and then we'll take it off for our third movement. So if you have the band, you're going to take it and you're going to put it just above your knees. Now you may want to have something to hold on to for balance here if you need it. Otherwise, I'm going to demonstrate both ways. So you're going to take a mini squat back. You can hold on here or hands on your hips. You're going to tap your right foot out to the side and then to a 45-degree angle back. Out to the side and back, okay? So 45 degrees back and then out to the side and back, okay? So 30 seconds on the right, and then we switch sides, 30 seconds on the left. We take that into a little mini squat option today to add a little heel raise. So squat, press out on that band and up, and squat down and up. Then we're gonna lose the band for your last set. It's gonna be louder lunges. If you need to hold on, you're gonna hold on to the chair. You're gonna step out to the right and then step together, step out to the left and step together. From the front, that looks like this: step out and together and side and together. So again, you can hold on to the chair or counter or whatever you need for balance for all of these exercises. And you can do this with or without the band. So without the band, it's just the same. You're going to tap side and back. You're sitting into the standing leg and really firing up that glute and that outer hip to stabilize you. Okay. So pick if you're going to use the band or not. If you are going to use the band, you're going to take that band, put it just above the knees so we can get started. All right, here we go. Moving on to legs. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Left leg bends, right leg is gonna tap side and back, side and back. So that left knee, if you have the band on or you have imaginary band on, is pressing out to the side, pressing out on that band. You're sitting back into that left hip, so you're gonna feel that muscle fire up. You've got 15 seconds left. Holding on if you need to for balance. We switch sides here in 3, 2, and 1. We switch it out. Right leg is gonna stay stable. Left leg is gonna tap side and tap back. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. We tap side and back, tap side and back. So now our weight, 95% of the weight is in that right leg. That left leg is just lightly tapping side and back. That right knee is pressing out on the band. You're feeling that right hip, right quad working, even though that left foot is moving. 10 seconds here. We keep the band on for one more movement before we take it off in 3, 2, and 1. We're going into a banded squat, option to go up into a heel raise. In 3, 2, and 1. You can hold on if you need to. You can always face your chair into your squat or sit to the chair, or you can do this without holding on. We squat and lift those heels. Heel raise is optional. What's not optional is pressing out on the band with those knees. So really focusing on those outer hips as you press out and lower down into that squat. Sitting and standing from the chair is always a good squat variation. And rest. Good. We're gonna give you a second. Take that band off. You are done with it on the legs for now. We're gonna move into those lateral lunges here. So alternating sides to the right and then to the left in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Step side and together, and left and together. Step side and side. Good. Only going as low as you feel comfortable here. The knee that you step onto is the knee that's gonna bend. I apologize, my space is not as suitable to demonstrate this one. 10 more seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, we rest. Awesome job. All right, grab a sip of water. Get a little break here. We are gonna untie that band if you tied it up for the legs, and we're gonna go back to our arm set. Again, feel free to use weights if you would rather, but we're gonna see that upper body and lower body combo 2 more times through. So 3 rounds total. I wish they would design these bands to be a little bit easier to tie up and tie off, but maybe I'll invent that someday. Okay, so just a reminder, palms up. We've got banded pull aparts to start. Then we've got diagonals to the right, diagonals to the left, and then our rotator cuff newspaper opener. If you take Pilates, I like to call these no monies, whatever you prefer. Grab that band. You should feel a little more comfortable with the exercises this time around. Give me good quality reps. Form is my biggest emphasis. I don't care how fast you get these reps in. I just want good quality reps, okay? That's what strength is all about. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Pull this band apart and come back to center. Now, if you've been taking my class for a while, you know that I do repeat movements often, and that's because repetition is how we get stronger. So hopefully these exercises are starting to feel a little bit more comfortable on your body. If this band is feeling too easy, bring your hands a little bit closer together so you have a little more resistance. If that's feeling too much, just separate your hands a little bit further and take off a little tension. Wherever you are, you've got 5 seconds left. In 3, 2, and 1, we rest. Roll those shoulders down and back. Left palm is going to face down, right palm up towards the ceiling, diagonals. Let's go. Here we go. All the way up and across. This is like you're drawing a sword out of your pocket and reach up and out, making a nice long diagonal from that left arm all the way up and across to the right. Halfway. Last 10. We switch sides here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch it out. Left palm is now up towards the ceiling. Right palm is down. We rotate in 3, 2, and 1. Reach out and control down. Good. Reach up and across and down. Teresa and Mary, that looks awesome. You're the two I can see in my screen, so I'm sure everyone else is doing great also. Stick with it, guys. You are on the second half of today's class. You've got 10 seconds left here, and then we move into that rotator cuff strengthener. Last 5. In 3, 2, and 1, we rest. Now both palms are facing up towards the ceiling. Elbows are glued in at your side. We're gonna rotate out and come back to center and begin. So you can see my elbows stay in to the side, squeezing those shoulder blades in the back, rotating out to the side here. And open, and open. Finishing out this arm set, and then we move on to legs. Last 10 seconds here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, we rest. All right, if you're gonna use that band for the leg set, feel free to tie that up. If that first set felt too easy, you can make this band a little bit tighter. Make your circle a little bit smaller this round. If that felt too hard, you can make your circle a little bit looser if you have that option. All right, again, all of this can be done without the band. Just a reminder, we've got side taps and back taps here, right on the right, and then on the left, we go squat to heel raise, and then we have that lateral lunge. If you are adding the band, let's add that on now. Anyone need any modifications for the legs? I want to just check. Haven't seen anything. Okay, we're good. Okay. Starting with the left leg down, right leg is going to be moving. We're going to get started here. In 3, 2, and 1. Weight in your left leg. Right leg tap side and back. Side and back. Now, if you can, sit a little bit lower into that left side. You're going to feel that a little bit deeper into the quad and into the glute. Try to keep your upper body nice and stable. I don't want you rocking side to side. Core is still working with all of these movements. You have last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We switch sides. Now weight is going to be in the right. Left leg is going to tap side and back. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. We tap side and back. Side and back. Now same thing here, sit back into that right hip a little bit more if you can, keeping that torso upright, not moving side to side. Stay strong here. I know that hip's starting to burn. You've got last 8. You should feel it outside of those hips. In 3, 2, and 1, we rest. Then we're gonna move into that squat to heel raise, okay? In 3, 2, and 1. We squat down, we lift it up. Squat down, lift it up. If you're not doing the heel raise, totally fine. Squeeze those glutes, pull those hips through, and pull those hips through, okay? Just generating a little bit more power by moving into that heel raise or squeezing those glutes, pulling them through. This is where we get our power to get up from low surfaces. Very functional here. We finish in 3, 2, and 1, rest. Take that band off, put it aside. We go into our lateral lunges in 3, 2, and 1. Step out to the side and together, step left and together, holding on or putting those hands on the hips. If you have weights, you can always hold them in front here for a little bit more added resistance. Again, our bodies don't always feel as comfortable moving side to side, and that's okay. We have to train our bodies to move in all planes of motion. Last 8 here. In 3, 2, and 1, we rest. Good work. Shake out those legs. All right, final round through here. It's going to be a little bit quicker, okay? So moving through those arms without rest. Same thing with the legs. It's going to be one movement after the next, all right? Then we take it back to the top, just one little cardio set, little variation of how we started class, and then we cool it off. So last quarter of class coming up. Grab some water if you need it. Untie your band if it is tied up like mine. How are we feeling? Good? Awesome. Can't wait for the day that we are in person so I can be with you guys. All right, having a little trouble here. Okay, little bonus rest. Back to the top, final round through. Again, no rest, we move one movement to the next. Here we go. Palms up towards the ceiling. Arms out straight. In 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and take it back. And open and center. And open and center. Good. Making sure those shoulders are down away from your ears, even as you're a little bit more tired in this last set. You're working on quality reps. Last 10 seconds here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, we rest. Going diagonal to the right, here we go. Up and out and back in. Good. Right arm is up, left arm is down towards the ground. Pulling up and out to the side. I don't know about you guys, my shoulders are feeling a little fatigued in this last set. That's okay. We have to overload our muscles and our nervous system in order to get stronger and to build muscle. We switch sides in 3, 2, and 1. Right arm flips down, left arm flips up. Left diagonal, pulling up and across. Here we go. Reaching up and across and down. 2 more shoulder movements. You got this. Up and across and back to center. Up and out and back to center. Feels good to be getting a little sweat in today in this cold weather. I swear Chicago's playing April Fools on all of us with this winter weather. In 3, 2, and 1. Palms up towards the ceiling, elbows in tight, rotate out. Here we go, last 30 seconds of arms right here. Push yourself through this entire last set. Try not to stop early. If you need to slow down the reps, that's fine. Don't let yourself quit. Halfway. You've made it through 45 minutes of us. You're on the home stretch. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, roll out those shoulders. Tomorrow you will feel those shoulder blades really fired up. That's
all those movements are really good for reversing any of that forward position that we find ourselves to be in a lot right now. So if you have your band at home and you liked that set, try to do that again on another day. So the pull aparts, the diagonals, and the no monies are a really good postural strengthening set for those posterior shoulders. And I think this class is getting recorded, so you might be able to repeat those on your own if you ever need. Now you're going to take that band, put it in the circle for one last time. Last round of legs. Oh, get hiccup, sorry. Last round of legs coming up. Take that band, put it above the knees. Give you guys a second to do that. Or Teresa, this is when you can use your loop band, if anybody else has one of those that is already in a circle, and you can put that above your knees as well. All right, last set of legs. Here we go. 5 seconds here. We're going to sit back into that left. We're going to tap the right side and back and begin. Here we go. Tap it right foot side, tap right foot back. Sitting low into that left leg, pressing that left knee out on the band, really working those hip stabilizers on both sides. Core stays nice and tight. We're not rocking side to side. 15 seconds left here. Strong legs for this last set. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's just a quick transition. Shift your weight onto the right foot. Left foot's gonna tap. Here we go. Tap left foot side, left foot back. Left foot side and back. Sit 1 inch lower into that right hip. Take these taps as slow or as fast as you can control it. Side and back. Make sure your weight stays on that right side. Again, hold on to something if you need to for balance. Make sure you're nice and stable here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we move right into our squats. Here we go. Any squat variation, sit to stand, squat, or squat and heel raise. Squat and heel raise. That band's gonna try to pull your knees in. You're resisting that band, pressing those knees out and out. 15 seconds left here. Nice and controlled. Last 10. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You will get a rest because you have to take your band off. Don't try your lateral lunges with the band on. Take that band off carefully. Final 30 seconds of legs. We move side to side without the band in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Step it side and together and side together. Good. Finish strong here. We just have one quick cardio set to finish out today's class. It's going to be a variation of how we started. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We rest. Good work. Awesome job, ladies. So strong. Hope you guys are feeling stronger, a little bit stronger each week, okay? So we're finishing out with 1 round of cardio. We started with step, touch, and pull. This time you're gonna step, touch, but you're gonna reach, okay? So similar feet, but this time you're step, reach, and reach, and reach, and reach. For your high knees, option this time, take the hands behind the head, oblique rotation from there. Your skaters are gonna be the same, reaching down towards the ground, okay? So only difference is step reaches this time, oblique rotations, hands behind the head, and then skaters. We kind of start low and make our way down to the ground. All right, 45 seconds on each. One time through, a little finisher, get your heart rate up, and then we're done for today. You guys showed up for a full class. I want you to work all the way through to the finish line here. All right, step reaches coming up. So step touch with the feet, reaching those arms, and begin. Step right, reach left, step left, reach right. So opening up that side there, reach towards the opposite corner of the room. Nice long reaches. I always say shoot some energy out of those hands. "15 seconds left here. Keep moving. If you don't like those arms, just keep the step touch with the feet. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, we rest. Coming up next, you got your high knees. Option this time, hands behind the head. Rotate those obliques. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Knee to elbow. Again, I'm not pulling my elbow in, but using my trunk to rotate to get my knee towards my elbow here. Stay strong. You can always come back to how we started class with our elbows down. Just want to give you guys a little bit more variation and progression. 15 seconds left here. Keep moving. You got this. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, we rest. Coming up next, skaters, step side, tap back, step side, and tap back. Last 45 seconds of work. I want all your energy that you have left right here in 3, 2, and 1. Step side, tap back, and back. Hand reaching is optional. You can always put your hands on your hips. It's like you're going down for a bow or a curtsy. We will stretch out those hips right after this. Last 15 seconds. Make this your best 15 seconds of the day. Here we go. Final 10. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Awesome job. Give yourself a little round of applause, a little pat on the back. You made it. So good. Grab yourself a sip of water. And then if you have a chair, something to sit in, grab that also. Okay. Time to stretch out those hips. Let's take a couple deep breaths to bring that heart rate back down. Maybe take your hand on your chest and one on your belly. Feel yourself inhale, press out into those hands, and then exhale out through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. 2 more breaths here. Watch your heart rate come down. Slow your breath. And 1 more deep breath in. And exhale, let it out. Good. If you're able, take your right foot, cross it over your left knee here. This might be enough stretch for you. Otherwise, take a flat back forward into this figure 4 stretch. You should feel the outside of that right glute and back of that right leg start to relax out a little bit. And then you're going to take that heel, put it forward in front of you, and then just slide your hand down to stretch out the back side of that hamstring. You can let your neck go heavy here, maybe nod it yes and no. Shake out any tension you might be holding. And then we're going to switch sides. Left ankle is going to come across your right knee, sit up nice and tall. You're going to lean it forward and relax into that stretch there. And when you're ready, you're going to take that left heel forward. You're going to slide your hands down forward. Stretching out the back side of that hamstring. And then take it back to center. Interlace your fingers here. Press your palms away from you. And then reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Good, take it over to the right. And back to center, over to the left. And back to center. Let's cactus those arms open. And reach up. And clasp those hands, bring those hands to heart center. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. And each week, I love sharing this class with you. I hope you guys have a great Easter, Passover, whatever you celebrate. As always, any questions, comments, feel free to reach out to me. And I will see you all next week.
Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, guys.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Pass over to everyone.
Thank you.